good news. Somalia is going to become a best practice example, not only for Eastern Africa, but also for Southern Africa and other regions in Africa.
Somalia is really growing. We are going towards the rule of law, and MPCC is really a reality of our development in this sector.
So we're travelling to Mogadishu today to attend the inauguration of the Mogadishu prison and court complex first phase. And that phase is the handing over to the federal government of Somalia. So the Mogadishu prison and court complex is a highly secure prison for the most dangerous prisoners that the Somali Custodial Corps manages, typically those associated with terrorism, piracy and other forms of serious organised crime. The complex is in three parts. Firstly, the prison capacity, which will build up towards 1,000 beds as we finish the project, and is currently at 250 beds. Secondly, the complex includes courtrooms, 2 courtrooms, again built to the highest security standards to allow the Somali civilian courts to hear these cases. And third, the complex includes accommodation for judges and prosecutors. This is an unusual and unique feature for Somalia, and unusual anywhere. And it is because there is a particular risk in Somalia of assassination to judges and prosecutors.
You will have all the prosecutors, judges and legal counsels concentrated in one single space. Behind, they will have a whole complex to keep the Al-Shabaab prisoners, and prisoners, of course, of Al-Shabaab linked to transnational organized crime, with full respect of human rights, and their families knowing that they are close by. That's going to also change the perception that the whole Somali society has vis-a-vis the legal system, and of course, specifically the judicial system. It's a win-win situation for the government of Somalia, and of course for the judicial system, and UNODC has contributed towards that major shift.
We have had many, almost 2 decades, lawlessness, insecurity, and also lack of judiciary system. For the last decade or so, we are recovering step by step. And for this, to let the law prevail and the justice prevail, then we need to have judiciary and sector improved. And MPCC is one to materialize this idea.
We found it a good idea to support the program of the MPCC, which combines a civil court and a prison. I think that's in particular also the value of the MPCC. At least terrorists, pirates, people accused of the most serious crimes, they will be tried now by a civil court, and not, as is the situation until very recent, by military courts, who in fact have no jurisdiction over these trials. So it will be done in a proper way by civil courts, and they will be detained in a prison which is according to all international standards.
So our hope is that it will enable the authorities to bring many more cases, either of serious crimes like murder and rape, or else terrorist cases to court, and to see those people properly brought to justice and, as necessary, imprisoned.
We have had very long and very good dialogue with the government of Somalia in terms of making sure that if we build this facility and help in getting the Somalia government in a position to run it, they would also commit to following high standards of judicial processes and respect for human rights of everybody involved in this complex.
So we go for it?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
we would like to use this MPCC, which is a major operation of the Global Maritime Crime Program and UNODC, as a training center for the region, training of prosecutors and judges who will have to be dealing with Al-Shabaab prisoners in other jurisdictions, as we said before, like Kenya, or for example, Tanzania, or Uganda, or Mozambique.
Today, after years of planning and construction, we now open a new chapter in Somalia's history with respect to the rule of law and access to justice. This prison and court complex is now a reality. The way I saw the Somali government being very proud of the achievement of having established this facility shows me that I think this is something that will be used as an example and will be followed by other steps to build the judicial system in Somalia.
We're looking forward to seeing the initial use of the courtroom in the prison in the next few weeks, and then over the course of the next 2 or 3 years see the whole project brought to a conclusion.
We are proud, very proud to have a prison like this, because I can say that it's one of the best prisons in our region. So that gives Somalis hope.